first journal spread today is going to be all about a journal picnic slash meetup that I hosted the other week. And it was a really fun time. We met up in the forest, so it was a really nice setting to have a picnic actually. And the forest where we met, they were also hosting a festival. So they had loads of people dressed up, and there was also people doing jousting and things like that. So it was just a really perfect day for us to do it as well. Whilst we were journaling as well, this woman spotted us journaling, and she kept coming over to kind of ask what we were doing, and she was also wanting to get into the hobby, so we were trying to give her some advice. So it was just really nice as well to see members of the public wanting to get involved in the hobby. For the spread, I obviously wanted to document all of this, and I took a picture whilst we were there as well of some of the spreads that we made and also of us. So I wanted to include those in the spread too. Because it was a meetup with the girlies, I decided to go for a really, I guess, kind of girly theme, which isn't a theme that I tend to go to too often. But when I do make them, I do really enjoy going for the whole pink, bows, cutesy themes. So I had this leftover scrap paper, which was a really cute pastel, kind of like check plaid. So I used that to decorate around the edges, and then I grabbed lots of different bits of ephemera too to just add in some extra little decoration. And then, as you saw me grab earlier, I wanted to use this sticker sheet that I actually had for a long time, because I knew that at some point I would be doing a picnic and journaling there. So I had been saving it because I knew that I would do that at some point. And it worked out well because now I am finally able to use it. You'll have to let me know as well, as always, what you're doing whilst watching this journal vlog. I'm very nosy and like to know what crafts and things you guys are getting up to. So let me know in the comments below, and if this is your first time here, then welcome in. My name is Lizzie, and I make lots of cozy content around journaling and nature and lots of fun things like that. And I also do a lot of pen paling as well, and I'm usually always hoarding some sort of stationery. So if you are into all those hobbies, then you should definitely subscribe and join in for all the cozy autumn content I'm going to be making, and that's going to be coming up soon. I use my Kodak photo printer for the pictures for this one. And I'm really obsessed with bows at the moment, so hence why I have this like pink ribbon sticker, and I also have like some ephemera with pink bows on it as well. So it all kind of came together really nicely. And I also had this pink rose, like, I guess it's like a pet tape but in sticker sheets. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But anyway, I also use that to kind of fill up some of the blank areas. A lot of this stationery is from Journal Say, so as always I will link anything in the description, and I also have an affiliate code that you can use to get yourself 8% off if you want to grab anything. And then I usually, once I've finished a spread, I will jump into my sticker release book and just kind of see if there's any little smaller stickers that I can use to just fill up any little areas. And I do quite like my journal spreads to look quite busy, so I do like having lots of little elements on there to look at. And then I went ahead and just did my written journaling all about the journal meetup. So thank you to Molly and Joanna who joined me. It was a really fun time, and hopefully we will be able to do another one soon. I am also doing and have done some online meetups, so I will share those with you later in the video, because my first one was a lot of fun and I ended up recording some of it as well. I'm also just writing a little title on the side. I'm just using these little letter stickers for my pen pal, and I'm just writing journal date because I like to call every meetup a date because it just sounds a lot cuter and a lot more fun. So this is the final spread, and I think it turned out so cute. Now we are going to be filling up my hobonichi because it's the end of the month, and this is kind of like a job that I do at the end of each month. I will add in all of my pictures that I want to include in my monthly spread. I always write on the actual monthly spread as well, so I know which picture goes where, because otherwise I feel like it would take me so much longer to add all the pictures at the end. And this is a routine that I've been really enjoying, and I'm definitely going to be carrying it on next year. And I'm very excited as well to make some future autumn monthly spreads. But for this one, I decided to go for a blue theme because I hadn't done a monthly spread in my hobonichi in this colour theme yet. And I'm trying to kind of do lots of different ones just because then I can use lots of different stickers. So once I've added the pictures, I will go back to my sticker release book and fill in as many little spaces as it's physically possible to. And then I usually tend to go in with my gold gel pen just to make the whole spread even more whimsical, even more magical. I did start to do it with a blue brush pen, but the colour just wasn't really popping as much as I wanted it to. So I did go straight back to the gold because it is just a no-brainer for me. It always stands out really nicely, and it's a very pigmented iridescent colour, so it just makes the whole thing look a lot more magical. This is what the finished monthly spread turned out. And then after I've always added my pictures and finished the monthly spread, then I also print out all of the books that I've read for that month, because it just makes sense to put it on the same sticker sheet so that I don't waste paper. And I have actually now finished the first page in my visual book spread, where I've been recording all of the books that I've read in my hobonichi notes pages. So it was time to start a new one. And I'm really intrigued to see kind of how full this is going to get by the end of the year, because we do only have, 4 months left. So it will be interesting to see how many more books I manage to read by the end of the year. But this is everything that I've read so far. So I just finished the journal meetup and it was really cute. I had a lot of fun. I got this picture, but it's not great. I need to take a screenshot next time of people in the chat, and I'm going to stick that on the spread that I made. I made some special printables for it as well, so I used all those, and then I also ended up making August themed spread. So now I'm just going to stick the picture in the little spot that I saved for it. Next, I want to show you a little stationery haul that I got. And I know a lot of you are going to be like, Lizzie, you said you're not going to be buying stationery. Well, that's very true, but this one I didn't buy. It was actually gifted to me, so that's my excuse. It's kind of like the loophole in my logic where if it's free, then it doesn't really matter. And I do tend to give away a lot of the free things to friends and family or pen pals anyway, so it just makes it better for you guys. So these tapes were gifted to me by Pinkoi. I think that's how you say it, I don't actually know. But essentially they are a company that you can buy from lots of independent brands, and I think they do ship everywhere, but I've never purchased from them before because I didn't know like how much the postage was going to be, or if there was going to be any customs taxes or anything like that. So this was a really good way for me to kind of try it out. And I decided to get everything from one seller, which was the Fairy Manu. And when I tell you, she sent me so many freebies, and I was asking a pen pal because I was like, is this because, you know, they want me to make some content out of it? But apparently they are very generous in their freebies. So all of these sticker sheets are all freebies, and the tea and the little sample tape. So the only thing that I technically got with the voucher that they gifted to me was 4 full washi tapes. So everything else that you're seeing was a freebie, which was just, I don't know, I was just really impressed, to be honest. I was like, wow, this is so much free stuff, because some of the sticker sheets I was going to buy anyway. So it worked out really well. So these are some of the freebie tapes, and they are all by the same brand, Fairy Manu. The thing that I really like about her tapes is that each one has a really long loop, and I feel like they're all quite versatile designs, but then they have them all in all the different colorways along the tape. So that's really good, and it means that I can pretty much use them in everything that I make. I also really like this origami swan one as well. It's so cute, and I have used it a little bit already. And again, it's in every single colour, so you can use them all pretty much throughout the year. This one is a bit of a winter Christmas one because it does have lots of snowflakes, but it's actually perfect for all of the ice hockey romances that I've been using. So I'm definitely going to use them in some of my reading spreads for that, because I was a little bit stuck on what to use, but they are kind of like perfect. Now this tape isn't particularly a style that I usually go to, so I don't think I'm going to be using this one, but I will be gifting it to somebody else. And then this is the first tape that I got, and it's such an interesting material because it's like really translucent, and on the actual tape it doesn't look very like pigmented, but when you stick it down onto paper it creates like a really nice effect. And all the colours, I can't really explain it unless you see it, but it just looks so nice. And as I said, I had a bit of an obsession with bows at the moment, so when I saw these two tapes, this one is more of a, there's lots of different colours basically. It's a very colourful one, it has lots of different designs in lots of different colours, and then this one is more of a neutral. And I really liked this one because I figured I could use it a lot in autumn, which is of course my favourite time to create things. So this one will just get me through autumn, and I'll also be able to use it in my hobonichi lots and lots of versatile neutral themes. The next tape is the one I was kind of most excited about because, as you know, I love making green themes, I love making forest things and such. So I had a sample of this from my pen pal before, and I used that sample like straight away. So when I saw that this was where it was from, I was like, okay, I need to get that. So you will definitely see me use this so much, and I really like how it's not just green, there's a few pinks and purples and blues. So they kind of like give off hydrangeas, even though I don't know if that's what they're meant to be. I was assuming they're like clovers, but I guess it depends. Next we are doing a pen pal with me, which I know you guys always really enjoy watching, and I really enjoy making them as well and sharing them with you. So this letter was actually a reply to a PO box mail, so thank you Demi. I will share with you what she sent me in a little bit, but I wanted to go with a really cute pink theme here because I'm still trying to make the most of the spring/summer themes before I dive straight into autumn. and before I dive straight into my October mailed slash journal challenge, because obviously I'll be doing lots of spooky and Halloweeny themes for that. So I was like, I need to make this really cute girly theme, and I think I was a little bit inspired by the journal spread that I did earlier, which was kind of a similar vibe. So I use this tulip paper, which is from Soster & Gren, and then I just grabbed some different scraps that I had to try and layer them up. I also have these bow memos, but they're actually stickers, and they're also from Journal Say, and they are so cute. They obviously are bows, my new obsession. So they always work really well to kind of make something a little bit more girly and cutesy. So I added that on as some decoration. In regards to my October Meltober art challenge, if you don't know anything about it, all of the information is on my Instagram, but I am actually going to be sharing the prompts with you this week, so make sure to follow me over there so that you don't miss out on them. And all of the information will be there too if you don't know how the challenge works. And I have ordered lots of fun stationery items too to kind of use as some prizes for people. And the way that I do the prizes as well is I don't just pick my favorites. What I'll do is I just kind of do it as a random. So if there's people like joining in quite often within the month of the challenge, then their name kind of goes into a draw, and then those will be the people that get the gifts. But then I also usually end up sending people other mails filled with goodies because I usually run out of letters to reply to. So I usually want to obviously make a prompt for every single day throughout the month, and I obviously don't have that many letters to reply to. I have been saving my PO box mail up in preparation for it, but I usually still run out. So whenever that happens, I just put a story on my Instagram and see if anybody wants to drop me their address who has been joining with the challenge, and then I will make one of the prompts for them and just send them a little envelope of goodies as a way to say thank you for joining in the art challenge. Still using these stamps literally non-stop because I'm obsessed with them. So it's really fun to just layer them onto the envelopes. There's so many different designs, and I like how they all have like little sparkles and whimsical elements, so they just add a little bit of something to the envelope where some of the pink is maybe a little bit blank and the pattern doesn't quite fit that part. So I have been using these stamps a whole bunch. This little one is my little Freckles tea stamp that I've had for quite a while actually, and it's just really great for adding little tiny elements onto something. These collage strips are something that I recently got from Journal Say, so they have been also really amazing for just adding some little details because the stickers have lots of little collage elements in them which are very nice, and they obviously have bows and buttons and kind of like little trinkets in them, so they just make anything that I stick them to very delicate and cutesy. And then this is the girl sticker that I decided to use because she had pink hair, so I thought she'd match pretty well with the envelope. I also recently got these silver strips, which are a really holographic, shiny material, and they're all in butterflies and different like laced elements, so they also are the perfect size to fit on an envelope, which is why I stuck them to the back just to add a little bit more decoration to the envelope. So yeah, everything that I used here is pretty much from Journal Day, apart from the girl sticker and the stamps, but everything else is pretty much from there. So as I said, I will try and link everything down below. And then this is the really cute letter that Demi sent me, so thank you Demi for this gorgeous mail. It was a very nice surprise to get. And she also sent me lots of really cute stickers, so a lot of these have gone in my sticker release book, and I'm really excited to use these ones in particular. Luckily, her name is quite a short one, so it was really easy to just add it on, but obviously I have to usually think about where my decoration is going depending on how long the person's name is. And then I'm just going to quickly show you how to make a concertina flipbook, which is a kind of go-to when I'm not entirely sure what to make, because you can decorate it, make it look cute, and you can also fit lots of goodies in it. So it's also good as well if you have scrap paper, because there's usually a strip of paper left over from when I've cut out the envelope, so it's also a really great way to use this little scrap piece. So you make little pockets with vintage paper or whatever you want to use, and then you essentially just stick it in the middle or with double-sided sticky tape, and you just keep layering them up, and then obviously at the end you stick the end piece to the pocket, and then it ends up like this. So it's really easy to grab things out, and you can proper fill it with lots of goodies. So this is the flip book and the envelope all finished, and I absolutely love it. Now I'm just going to be packing some orders whilst I have a little chat to you about some things. So these are some of my girl stickers on my Etsy, and then I also recently made these journal girl stickers, which are currently as freebies until they basically run out, but they were also a part of the printable for my journal meetup, so you can also grab them on the Discord if you want to get a copy. And because I get so many Journal Say hauls which are kind of gifted to me, it means that I obviously have a lot of stickers left over, so I try and get things in mind with adding them to orders. And a lot of these orders are journal charms. I'm going to be working on some autumn ones soon, but it makes me so happy that you guys really enjoy the journal charms, because I honestly put a lot of love into them, and the thought of them being on your journals or pencil cases or wherever you put them just brings me so much joy. So I'm just packing up some of those orders. I've also got so many new videos planned for you in autumn. I've been preparing, ready to give you 2 videos a week, so I hope you're excited for that. And if you have enjoyed joining me today, then you should definitely subscribe. Let me know which bit was your favourite, and then hopefully you won't miss any future videos. And if this isn't your first time, then thank you for choosing to spend your time with me again. It honestly means so much, and I feel so grateful to have such a lovely community here on YouTube. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next one.